My first question is this. We just talked about this idea that that you can't do life alone. And we say that statement and we kind of throw it out. We have it on T-shirts and stuff. But I want to know from you guys, what does that mean to you personally?
I'll start on that. We did the T-shirts, I don't know, a year plus ago. And when I first saw it, I had kind of a narrow focus and maybe even a misunderstanding, but I was thinking you can't do life alone was really, I can't do life without Jesus in that walk. But the more I thought about it over the course of time, it's way broader than that to me, because in life we go through celebrations and triumphs, and we have times that are challenges and even failures. We have sorrow and we have pain, and all of those things are just easier if you have support. And you have support from your biological family, support from our group family, and support from our church family. And not that you discuss everything that goes on in your life with every single group or every person in the group, but I think you can't do life alone really means that you need that support of other people that are like you and maybe not even like you in your walk together with Jesus. And I really think that's important. You get a lot of support regardless of whether it's you're up here or down here. And, one thing also that I want to mention is we're a church for the unchurched. So you have people here that have church backgrounds and non-church backgrounds and a lot of different denominations. And I know that I've heard from people who tend to resist going to church, well, you don't have to go to church to believe in God. You don't have to go to church to be a Christian. And the reality is, technically that's correct, but without the support and without the communication with other people, you typically don't get out the Bible and read it like you should. And if you're doing it by yourself, in most cases you don't understand it. I mean, the Bible was written, the New Testament portion, let's say the most recent portion was written 2,000 years ago. So, some of it's very easy to understand and very direct. Some of it is very difficult to understand, and you need some interpretation on a lot of it. And you get that perspective from the other people that again are in these groups that I'm talking about, the church group as well. So even though technically you could study it on your own, we don't do that. And we don't do that in our life either. I mean, you could not go to college and become a neuro or a physicist or something like that, but you aren't going to do it. It just doesn't work that way. So I think it's really, really important that we all have people that we can take the walk together with Jesus, so we aren't doing or trying to do life alone.
Becca, I know you wanted to say something about that too.
Yeah, it's really cool because in the Bible it says that God, He puts the lonely in families, and it's just like that's just God's heart for us is each and every one of us, before we know Him, we're lonely, we're lost, and I specifically, even growing up in the church, have just my whole life felt pretty lonely and like I didn't belong even in the church. And but like God's heart for us is to put us in families. And for me personally, this small group has really just stepped up and been an incredible family for Josh and I. When we moved here almost a year ago for Josh to become the youth pastor, this group was just here from day one, helping us move, giving us food on our first day here, and even actually you guys set up like a meal plan. I just remember that. Yeah, and just fed us and literally did life with us from day one, and that's just been incredible for me and has really just like healed my heart in a lot of ways from other groups I've been in before, I guess.
Okay.